Stephen, that was ridiculous, that match.
Yeah, I think that's the word for it. I can't really explain what happened there. 4-0, I thought I was going back up to Glasgow quite sharpish, and somewhere a bit of form came from somewhere.
Did you just decide after the little mid-session that you were going to go for everything and just see what happened?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I thought I'm just going to bring the cue back. I said to Mark Allen, wait to see the size of my backswing here, because I was just bringing the cue back as far as I could. And if they went in, there's always a chance they can go in, but I wasn't expecting it, and they started going in. So I was surprised myself.
I mean, it was superb to watch. 3 centuries, a 97. You're 4-0 down against a guy who came into this tournament with a chance, if he won it, of regaining world number 1, as well as being the reigning world champion. That has got to rank. I know you've won 5 ranking titles, but for what you've done in recent seasons, that's got to be pretty near the top of the list. The manner of the victory and who you beat.
Yeah, listen, I've not made a comeback like that. That's the best comeback I've ever made. The way I played, and especially beating, the world champion when he's been on form as well. That's up there with probably. It's nice to win a tournament. They're bigger, obviously, but performance-wise and comeback-wise, that's definitely the best I've done.
And you wouldn't have been aware of this when the match started, but Jack losing to Ronnie meant that you were already guaranteed to return to the Masters. So that's nice as well, that you're back in the 16 and you're back in the Invitational in January, because you've missed a couple.
Yeah, I missed it 2 years in the spin, and I came down here this week in a better position than what I have done the previous 2 years coming into the UK. I've always had to reach a final. Last year I hit the post, got the semis. I had to watch the Masters on BBC, but it's great. It would have been a nice, even if I'd lost there at 5 each, with the comeback I made, and if you guys had said you'd still made the Masters, I'd have took it. I'd have been took it.
But the end of the match was nuts, because you'd done all that work, then you're on the yellow, you're 2 balls away from winning 6-4. Yeah. All of a sudden, you miss the yellow, you're in the decider, the final black, and then the final red to double it. That was cheeky. That was champagne snooker.
Listen, I should have won 6-4. I should have been beat 6-0, but then when I came back, I should have won 6-4. I potted the blue, and it was difficult to land with the angle on the yellow, and I landed perfect, and I was surprised, and I thought, I can't believe I've won this match 6. I was thinking all these mad things, and then I went down and just my arm went, missed the yellow, and then I thought, right, you've had your chance, that's it. You've made a decent comeback, but you're going to lose 6-5 now. So I thought, if I get a chance in the last frame, same goes, just go for everything and see what happens. And I've managed to make a crazy break in the last.
Well, there was some serious cojones with that red. Was it a case of, look, I've done well to get back in the match, I'm just going to go for it?
He was unlucky. He's played a safety and he's left a plant in amongst all the plant was unmissable, but I didn't know where the white was going. So I've just thought, we'll pot the plant and then see what happens. And I've left myself a difficult pink, and I thought, if I pot this pink here, I've got a chance. And I potted the pink, and I'd made up my mind then. I just wasn't playing safe in that last red. I was thinking all sorts on the black. How did I get the red out? What did I do? How did I get it? And just where the white landed, I thought, I'll just go for a double and see.
I remember quite a few press conferences in the last couple of years where you've come in and you've maybe won a couple of matches, but you've gone out way earlier than the quarterfinals, and you've said, look, I'm just rubbish these days. I don't belong in the top 16. Do wins like today reinvigorate you and make you believe that you can still contribute to this sport, and maybe there are still 1 or 2 twists and turns and magic left in the queue?
Well, listen, I've been rubbish. I mean, I was rubbish in the first 4 frames, and I was thinking that again. I just thought, I'm just going to get to last 16, maybe the odd quarter final. That's what I was thinking at 4-0 down. Against the top boys, I just can't compete, and then hopefully now I can't. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow in the quarters, but hopefully that result can change things in my head. I'm just up to high dough just now. I just want a beer, just to chill.
Well, not too many, because you've got to face the winner of Mark Allen and Neil Robertson. So a couple of pints of milk maybe, maybe 1 cheeky beer. Yeah. Any preference? I mean, that's a huge match tonight, Allen and Robertson, and then you've got to come out and play the winner. Any preference?
No preference. I always want Mark to win. If I'm not playing him, I always want him to win. I think he's had a great season. He's a great player. He's a good guy. So I'd probably like Mark to win, and one of us is going to be in the semis.
Well, enjoy your pint of milk this evening, and we'll see you in the quarterfinals. Well done. That was just insane to watch. Well done.
Cheers, Rob.
Thanks, mate.